Hey, everybody, it is Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody and a blessed Samhain. We are live on this very lovely Halloween. We have nice temperatures. We had a magical misty morning here with lots of mist hanging in the clouds, and the sun came out. The colors are gorgeous. You couldn't ask for a better day. So I hope everyone watching on playback was having fun at a party or out walking the kids for Halloween. So I'll give this a few minutes. I know there's probably other shows having Halloween fun and dress up. I really couldn't afford to dress up this year, but I have my Scully. So that's my little. I wanted to kind of put him over on my shoulder, but kind of hard to run a show with a skull on your shoulder. So yes, we'll give it a few minutes and see if anybody will show. And again, thank you for watching on playback. And again, hoping you had a great week. It's just amazing how the weeks fly by now. These days. And I think we're turning clocks back this weekend, so it'll get dark even earlier, but we'll get an extra hour of sleep for some of us who really need that. And it says I have two lurkers. Hello, lurkers. Um, I hope you're having a wonderful Halloween, and if you celebrate, a very blessed Samhain. So I'm going to be doing trick or treat readings this evening, and a little bit of fun, some serious, because sometimes spirit has to sometimes get down to brass tacks with us, and then so I have lots of different decks here, and yeah, just waiting for peeps to pop in. And Nancy, thank you for popping in earlier. I hope you're having a blast at your Halloween party at your home, and that David is making a lot of people happy and everyone's having fun. So give it a few more minutes. And I see I got two hanging out. So lurkers, pop in and say hi. Who are you? Where are you from? So yes, again, a few minutes. And tomorrow, as we get down to dusk, is the beginning of Samhain. So I'll try to get on tomorrow and do some more ancestral messages. Pull out some of my new decks I've gotten recently. And alrighty, just chilling out. I have a spread that I discovered by Barbara Ford, and it's called the Trick or Treat spread. So I'm looking forward to using that. Tonight I have my Tarot Decoded deck out for the treat readings, and I have my Tarot de Louis and my Vixen, the Ethereal deck out for the trick questions. And of course, I have my Samhain Oracle deck and my Witchy Lenormand, which is absolutely fabulous. And so, yeah, we'll wait to see if people show up, and then we'll get this show started. And I may have a special guest too. So what I think I will do, maybe, as I'm waiting for people to pop in, I'll do a collective for everybody to kind of get an idea of what energies. So for the trick or treat, let's start with what mask do I wear? How do I hide? So what masks do I wear? How do I hide myself from others? And for that question, we'll be pulling from Seasons of the Witch Oracle. And we get, ooh, Black Cat. Kind of looks like my Mozzie. And how do I hide myself from others? So let's go ahead and grab my Witchy Lenormand. So I see I have 3 watching. Hello and welcome. So how do others hide from me? What can't I see in others? So with this being in Lenormand, we'll get a couple of cards. Alrighty, for that. And then we will go for the collective. What tricks do I need to watch out for this season? What can fool me? And again, this is a wonderful spread by Barbara Ford, which was released in 2022. So be sure to check out her other spreads. So what tricks do I need to watch out for? Alrighty. And from the Artist Decoded, we will get what treats are coming my way this season. What good stuff is coming? So, and we get, oh, that's interesting, the 4 of Cups. And with the Artist Decoded, it's a book that focuses a lot on creative ways of working through your lessons. And they give prompts for writing, for performance, from movies, art, you name it. It's a great deck. So looking at what mask do I wear and how do I hide this from others? We have the Black Cat, and it says, there's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return when light in their eyes, with light in their eyes and shadow leading none. So this, I think, could represent the mask that we wrote. What do we hide from others? We might tend to hide, whether voluntarily because of our jobs or our family, or hi Karen, oh my goodness, happy Halloween, Karen, you and the girls. Hi Roman, how are you? Trick or trick. So I'm doing a collective because I didn't know if anybody was going to show up. So with the Black Cats talking about break. Well, so let me reread again. So there's a curious journey into the depths of the unknown, hidden so deep that only the brave will gracefully return, with light in their eyes and shadow leading home. So I think with the masks, aside from the ones that we have to wear from day to day because of family or job, these may be things that masks of who we are that we might be afraid to show others, parts of ourselves that we think that we need to hide, that we are afraid to share. And this could be just being vulnerable with other people, showing that we have, emotions, maybe afraid, especially with today and the way things are, afraid of, showing our true selves or sharing, what we love about ourselves or what we find joy and our bliss in because of judgments from others. So um, with this broom and this black kitty, it's all about that soup for me, especially with the black kitty. It's about you know, being concerned about the superstitions of people having, like some people are afraid still of using the word witch because of such negative connotation that's been used within the last more than a couple hundred years, at least 1,000 years or so. But yeah, that could be the mask that we hide, from ourselves, showing people that our deeply personal spiritual self, and even maybe some of the things that are shadows, things from our past, things that we may not be proud of or may be afraid of revealing. Again, like online, people doing a lot of AI where they blur out, their age and their skin. We're afraid of people seeing who we really look like, showing how human we are, especially in this day and age of AI. So that's what I'm getting from that card. And what did you say, Karen? Just cleaning off my mantle to put up my ancestor photos. Oh, how beautiful, Karen. Karen, I've missed you. I hope you and the girls are having fun with Halloween this year. And so the other card, so the cards for how do others hide from me? What can't I see in others? And I got the fox, and the fox is known in the Lenormand to be kind of the trickster, to be the cunning, maybe deceitful, kind of, so for me in this reading, what can't I see in others? There may be things that people, like in the opposite card, they're afraid of people to see, maybe sides of themselves that are not so nice. Sometimes people can, when they wear masks, they could be nice on the outside and loving and kind, and then on the inside they're plotting and scheming. I hate to associate that with the fox, but the foxes are very cunning. So there are some people who are very cunning, and they do well to disguise and hide who they are. And sometimes they do that too. I got the coffin, and the coffin is about, death and rebirth. So maybe too, sometimes people are afraid to, what we can't see is because maybe we want to see people in a light. We want to have hope to see them being transformed or rebirth, or to vision them in a way that we would like to see them. The light, trying to make them, appear or change, so to speak. And again, too, the coffin also for me, it's about burying things. There's things that people, want to keep buried. They don't want people to know, like skeletons in the closet, sort of thing. So there are people who are intentionally cunning and sly and camouflage who they are. Um, and I got the clover, which is they can be very successful at it. They hope to bring maybe more success to themselves if people don't know who they truly are. Um, and it's usually a card too of good luck, of abundance and prosperity. But again, with this particular clover card in the deck, her face is painted green, so this could also be, envious of other people's success and good luck as well. And so that is for the second one. I know, Karen, so true, huh, honey? What tricks do I need to watch out for this season? What can fool me? I got the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is about things in motion, things happening really fast, things that we may not expect. And I think I'll probably pull a clarifier for this. So let's take a look and see what was at the bottom of the deck. So we got the King of Pentacles. So the king is the provider. They're the ones that are the energy of the provider. And this could be for a woman as well. But for the king, the energy of being a provider, someone that is responsible, reliable. Um, and for this Eight of Wands, this could be somebody who, is good at, again, like with the other cards that are fooling us. And we may see things happen rapidly, where we may see an influx, let's say, of resources. We think we have, a sense of security coming through, a sense of stability, sense of being able to, of having all finances in order. So when it comes to what can fool me or trick me, just being wary of maybe when a lot of money starts coming in, that's not, typically normal, or things that are, hello, Isadora, how are you, my dear? So this is a lot about, just being aware when a lot of things that seem to be too good to be true start really coming in. We don't want to, put a negative fear and not be able to welcome that abundance or that good fortune, but just to keep an eye. And if something doesn't quite feel right, then it may not be. And for what treats are coming my way this season, what good stuff is coming, I got the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups, again, and traditionally, is someone who's kind of like bored, unhappy. Things aren't quite, they're not emotionally satisfied, But in this deck, and this is an AI deck, both Vixen's and my RC Coda is an AI deck, but with this here, typically we don't, in regular RWS, we see the cup coming and they're not even looking at her or even aware, but there is an awareness now that there is another cup. So what we can look at, what good stuff is coming, is knowing that whatever previous cups didn't fulfill us, to be in touch with that intuition of ours, and to be open to something good coming in. That there's something, you can sense it, you can feel it. It may be inspiration, artistic, very emotional. You'll feel that. I'm feeling like that lightness of being, that excitement that you get with happiness and emotional happiness. And so that is what I have for the collective. How am I doing, Isadora? I'm doing good. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen you. I'm in the Pacific Northwest now, out of New York, and something good this way comes. You better believe it, girl. And enjoying the beautiful autumn weather we have here. It's a little more extended than in the East Coast, and the colors are beautiful. So it's so nice to see you in chat. And hello, Moira. And that was the collective read. So I may not have a costume, but I still have Scully with me. So believe it or not, I found this cool skull at one of our supermarkets at Albertsons. And isn't she just fantastic? So that's my mask. So that's my costume. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Discernment, yes. Oh, and with the art, let me bring up, thank you for you putting that in there, with the Artist Decoded under the Four Cups. It offers things to help us tap into our creativity. And let's see here. I know, isn't that cool? And it's lightweight. It's not heavy. It's like a lightweight laser cut plastic or acrylic. It's really cool. And so for Imagine, it says here, in the Daniels film Everything Everywhere All at Once, Waymond Wayne, played by Ke Huy Quan, embodies the persona of a happy Sisyphus. Despite a mundane existence and the burdens of taxes, Waymond is an eternal optimist who finds beauty in the ordinary. So here he goes, adding googly eyes to everyday objects. He imbues them with personality and charm. And I'm something I think Karen and the girls would love to, make with the googly eyes on, little art projects. That would be a lot of fun. It says here, observe each object's transformed state and notice emotions that arise. Imagine a new personality each object now possesses. Create portraits of them, enhancing their features and adding complementary backgrounds. Display these portraits where you'll see them often because they'll uplift our moods. And when moments of existential dread rises, find humor in the absurdity through the art. I like that. Let them remind you to find magic even in the mundane. Absolutely love that. You could put a battery. I could. I have one of those too. I never thought of that. Thank you, Isadora. So I am going to open it up let me move this here. Anybody who would like a trick or treat reading, so you get both. And again, it's a 4-card spread. So let me go ahead now and put that. I was hoping I would have some people show up. I know Halloween is very popular tonight. There's a lot of shows, and I may even have a surprise guest joining me tonight. So I can't say anything, but we shall see. I spent the day painting eyeballs. So there you go. It uplifts you, makes you happy, gets us in touch with our inner child, And Shay is here. Hello, Shay. Let's see. Moira wants one. You bet, Moira. I haven't read for you in a while, girl. And let's see. Shay would like one. And Isadora. And oh, thank you for. I'm going to take my son to trick or treat. Have fun, Karen. Oh, I miss the days of being able to do that. I know when I was younger, we got those little plastic ones that made your face sweat. You know, they had the little plastic sheath. That was your costume, and then you had the mask with the little stretchy cord on the back of it. My favorite was Casper. I used to love doing Casper, Brian Casper. So, all righty. So, Moira. So, the first question is, what mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from others? So, we're going to be pulling from the Samhain Oracle. So, we'll get you that card. Okay, now this card keeps coming up in previous readings, and twice today this card has come up for me, and it's come up for you too, Moira. The third harvest, and it says here, "Daughters of the woods, feel thy sacred swell with suppleness. Taste the gathering of honey's milk, filling your emptiness." So for me, right off the bat, what mask do I wear is that the mask of, being happy, letting people think, oh, everything's okay. You put that mask on for everybody where at times you have moments where you're just really down, feeling empty, feeling lonely. I'm going to open up the book, but that's the first initial feeling I got from that when it comes to wearing masks. And sometimes, going into the woods, going out into nature, we can actually take that mask off and be able to, you know, give to nature. We can cry, we can ground, we can connect. And hello, Irene. Happy Halloween. Let's see. So here it is about gathering abundance and preparation. So I'm just going to take a quick look here. And they do talk about how this third harvest, how easy it is in this day and time, for us to just be able to go to the store, get food, and refrigerate it in our refrigerators. Whereas our ancestors, they had to work really hard, tilling the land, harvesting what they could, killing what livestock that they had to be able to keep them over winter to be able to survive. And a lot of people don't realize, how difficult that was for our ancestors because now we have pretty much everything at the touch of our hands or everything that we need, is right there with very little effort. So, and again, with very little effort, what do I hide? What mask? Maybe showing, hiding the fact that not only is there maybe emptiness, that you may feel that there might be a lack. This happened once where, in a family, I was with family, but yet I was in a room with people, or we can be in a room with people and still, feel alone, you know. Not the same as being okay of being alone, but still having that feeling of being alone, being lonely because we just feel disconnected from people. And sometimes we have to keep that to ourselves again, put on that mask, put on that smile, because I know in the past when I've shared that, it was all, kind of turned around and twisted, you know, and people were angry. So sometimes we feel that we have to keep that mask. And hi, Jackie. And Roman is back. And hey, Roman, if you want to join me, let me know. And I'll put the link in the chat if you like. Let's see. I have to wear a professional mask. Mercury going into retrograde. Is it seriously? Oh, joy, joy, joy. So it says here too, if you holding the third harvest, you're being guided to gather up your accomplishments to celebrate your wins. So this is, despite having to wear that mask and what we're hiding from others, not to be afraid of showing too much or sharing your successes, things that you have achieved. And yes, there are times when we can share certain things with people, um, and others that we can't. So during this third harvest that you got with the card with the mask, just, going out into nature, as the card suggests, being in nature, being around people that is your nature, that celebrate who you are and honor who you are. And so let's get into your second card, Moira. How do others hide from me? What can't I see in others? So we're going to pull from the Witchy Lenormand. And I hope, ooh, wait a minute, did I just see a card flip? That was weird. I thought I saw a card flip. Nope, still going to have me shuffle. So, how do others hide from me when I can't? What can't I see in others? Oh, okay. All righty, let's take a third card. Okay, so Moira, how do others hide from me? What can't I see in others? Well, first of all, I'm going to go to the woman card that you got. So I am feeling that this may be, I'm going to go with, women in your circle. Could this possibly represent men who embrace femininity? It could be. Love to, but not showered. Plus, I do about, oh my goodness, Roman, you would be fine. Oh my goodness. It's always nice to have, a guest, but I totally get it. You gotta email me and let me know when you want to hang out. So with the woman card, how do others hide from me? So this is interesting. You know the song by Billy Joel, She's Always a Woman to Me? And he sings about how she hides behind, she acts like a child. Sometimes she'll say something, but at the same time, she's like a child. She goes within. So I have this woman child energy. And I also got the moon. And so the moon, again, like in traditional tarot, it's about, that light at night, shining that light into our shadows. Um, what can't I see in others? There are people that really draw and hide themselves within that shadow. They are maybe afraid to trust their intuition. There may be things that this woman, who may have a child or who embraces um, their inner child or is afraid to let that aspect of themselves out. Divine feminine down with me. Yeah, there you go. So with the moon, um, maybe hiding feelings. The moon again connects to our emotions. It stirs up. It can inspire us creatively because makes us tap into our intuition. Hi, Julie. Happy Halloween and blessed Samhain, my dear. And so, how do others hide from me? And so this may be now, Moira. I don't know if is actually, a woman and a child in your circle, but it feels like there is another woman involved, a feminine energy, and how they hide. They kind of hide within, the shadows. They hide in the moon. They hide within the emotions. Um, they like use the cover of night to try to cover their emotions. But you see with that moon how that moon shines. And so I'm going to go on to your next question, and that is in the spread. What tricks do I need to watch out for? So let's get that. Oh, Jackie. Okay, let me grab that. Alrighty. So, what tricks do I need to watch out for? Oops. And you got the King of Swords. So for me, especially when I work with my decks, I try to make sure that my court cards either give me the actual court card that represents the gender of the person, or from looking at the other cards, I don't know, it's an energy. So this King of Swords is somebody, again, a king who is grounded. They're very clear on how they articulate. They balance. They have a good balance with being able to be practical, but being grounded and caring for people in their lives. They're very good at communication and being able to express themselves. Very kind of like also very like CEO, someone who is maybe a business owner, somebody who's or could even be a writer. Somebody who's is able to clearly communicate and articulate. You know, their thoughts, their feelings. So with this one here, what trick do I need to watch out for? This may be an individual who may, be saying one thing, but yet maybe saying something in the other. And at the bottom of the deck, I got the Queen of Cups. So I'm feeling that this may be you. The Queen of Cups, very nurturing, very caring, very empathic, very compassionate. And I think this King of Swords might be an individual that might be taking advantage of that aspect of yourself. So this is just kind of what I'm feeling and what I'm going, feeling and what's coming through. So I will leave that there and wait to see what you say at the end and what treats are coming your way. What good stuff is coming? And thank you again, everybody. Chat was a little quiet there for a while, and I was like, am I going to get anybody tonight? But of course, my peeps are coming through, and I may even have a special guest popping in at some point. So we shall see. That would be a wonderful treat for me. And again, the Four of Cups came out. So treats coming this way. So again, acknowledging that, the cups are full, but there's always another one. And those cups, again, celebrating that intuitive, creative, watery aspect of yourself. I think that, with it being the Queen of Cups, and that treat is that you will be able to see and feel, because sometimes people again will present themselves, they'll talk a certain way, but intuitively you're in touch enough to know when something doesn't quite sound right. And that those other cups are full, but there's always that extra one for you to be able to dip your toes into, to dip in creatively, intuitively. And when I say watery, just getting in touch with your feminine emotions, things that bring you happiness, things that bring you joy. And like the book was saying, doing something creative that brings out that inner child, that brings out your light, that makes you feel happy, those happy emotions. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Moira, it's always a pleasure to read for you, my sweetheart. Thank you again for being here. And I'm just going to take a quick sip, y'all. And let's see, does somebody else see? Thanks, Heather. Treats are always welcome. All righty. Just making sure. Okay. It's not smell-o-vision. Exactly, Irene. Okay, so next on my list is Shay. So, Shay, what mask do I wear? Okay, Moira, I hope that resonated. Sometimes I'm told I go on a little bit over with the message, so I'm trying to keep it short and simple as it comes in. And, ooh, okay. I feel like there might spirit be coming in. And let's see. So let's stick with the first card here. So, Shay, what mask do I wear, or do I hide myself from others? And so you got the Elders card, my dear. And it says here, birthed from seed within the belly of the moon. They are the wise felt touches over our hearts and felt deep within the marrow of our spirit. That is so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Roman. All the flattery will get you everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But definitely email me. Let me know when. I would love to have you on. So, what mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from others? I'm going to get a clarifier for that. Actually, no, let's grab the book because I'm still learning this. That Elders card. What mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from others? And it's the elders. Well, I'm feeling that you have I don't know when I say strong, you have a very loving, it can be strong, but you have a very tender, that's the word. You have a very tender connection to your elders. Um, and maybe elders in your life who may not necessarily accept or see you for who you are, but you still have that love for them. It's being able to, again, wearing the mask of, you may have to hide that mask to your elders of who you are. Those in spirit, I'm sure, see and support you, but when it comes to certain elders, um, it may be that you feel that you have to kind of hide parts of who you are, um, because of their experience, their generation. But let's look at, it's number 15. So let's see what we can get a little bit more insight on to with here. Keywords: compassion and wisdom. And I don't know exactly what your age is too, so this very well may be you're an elder as well, or you're coming into your years of being a crone, or aging, and that could also be maybe something that might make you nervous. Not saying nervous, that might make you feel a little distraught. I'm just kind of touching to see where this could be. Um, no, it says here, during the next moon phase, take special care to think before you speak. You may be in danger of saying things that cannot be taken back. So yeah, I think the mask that you have to hide, maybe to some of the elders that you truly love and care about, because of, again, generational differences, and or because of spirituality, religion, political, whatever it may be. And there are times when you want to be able to say something, but in respect to them, and to prevent any familial drama, you wear that mask. That's how you hide yourself from certain members of elders. So I'm going to go with that, and I'll wait to see how you feel about that card for that reading. And how do others hide from me? So let's go for the Witchy Lynn Norman. And so, how do others hide from me? What can't you see in others? Alrighty. The Tower. Okay, let's see. How do others hide from me? So I got the Lily card. And the Lily is about chastity, purity. Um, this may be an individual or individuals that present themselves that way. And when I say, in this ring with purity and chastity, it's the kind where um, it's not like moral sexually, it's something like they present themselves to be pure of heart or pure of character, or again, and yet it could be chaste, as in hiding maybe morals and things. So this could be a way someone or some people someone, I keep going to say someone, so maybe one specific person, um or a group. It's almost kind of like there are people in your circle, whether family, friends, that are of a certain age. And I'm going to go next with the next card, which is the Rider. And the Rider is about messages, it's a messenger. So I feel like you may be getting messages from people that are presenting themselves to be this way, being, pure of heart, pure in their word, having an impeccable um, their impeccable personality, or they're impeccable with their word. And your underlying card is the Tower. And of course, the Tower in the Lenormand represents places of learning. This could be like a job, business, school. So again, I don't know if you're a teacher or you work with young people, but how do others hide from me? So I think through maybe sending other people, sending a message or being a messenger. Um, and again, too, aside from traditional and the tower as well, making sure that, um, not putting yourself or feeling like you have to put yourself in a tower to isolate. Um, but for me, it feels a lot more like an institution of some time, of some of some type. Um, so I'm going to go with that, Shay. And so your next one up is, what tricks do I need to watch out for this season? And I just went for the Tarot de Louis. So I think I'm supposed to use this deck. And this is a brand new spread to me, so I hope messages are resonating. So what tricks do I need to watch out for this season? What can fool you? Okay, let's talk about a third card. Okay. Oh, a lot of tarot cards out for this one, Shane. So what tricks do I need to watch out for? I'm wondering if I should go backwards. Okay, so let's do this. So the top card is Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups, again, is that, that end of the cycle where everything is happy. You have this emotional well being. Everybody seems happy. Everything seems loving. It's a full on, full circle of the emotions. The nine being, successful and happy, and the Ten of Cups being more connection with like family life. This could be, happiness at home or or someone else's home. This could be maybe happiness at a place of work. Because it could be a spiritual, but the Ten of Cups is that, I love how that beautiful light comes through. But with this card here, what tricks? That it may all be happiness and joy, being presented or on the outside. But then the two bottom cards, underlying energy, I got the Five of Swords, which is about betrayal, and the High Priestess. So I feel like there may be, you intuitively know or have wisdom of um, something not or already, it's kind of like on your radar of something that's, you have that feeling, you're trusting that gut of yours. There's, and again, she's holding a book as well, her book of wisdom. So there may be some sense of knowledge of a betrayal. The Five of Swords, people, wanting to fight, sometimes, at all costs to be able to get, improve their point, to get their way, to have that victory. So this might be what feels like it's on top, but underneath there's that brewing sense of betrayal and I don't say maybe maliciousness. That's some of the words coming to mind. Your other two cards was Eight of Pentacles. So right now, just keeping yourself focused, nose to the grind. Keep working on your projects, your finances. Keep focusing on you, honing your abilities, honing whatever it is your bank account, your a skill that you're working on, school work, job, whatever it is that's in the physical. Keep yourself focused on that. Um, I did get the wheel, and the wheel. This is the Wheel of Fortune, and of course these are the Norns. That they have that thread. That they can cut something at any time. So I'm thinking that you are, again, may already be aware of this, and with that, your fortune can keep going well if you just stayed focused and away from this drama. but just know that whatever this is, that you know that the happiness, oh, everybody's happy, everybody's this, you know, that there's an underlying current of something there. So I'm going to set those cards aside. And what treats are coming your way? So let's look at the treats. I think I'll pull a couple of these instead. I swear, if I get that same card again. Alrighty. Oh, okay. Well, let's take a look at the bottom one then. Okay, so the treat here, what good stuff is coming? Well, I think carrying over from that last reading, I got the Five of Cups. And again, the Five of Cups, you know, is that sadness, you know, depression, just, you know, it's a very heavy feeling. Looking at the cups spilled, but there's still a couple of cups. So that's the good thing, knowing that, you know, their cups may be spilled, but they're still standing. And so it's now kind of like knowing that we're moving from that energy. And you did get the Seven of Cups. And so you have decisions to be made. And choosing one of those cups to focus, you know, your energy on will bring probably around that a better good fortune for you. So, you know, being able to at this time just make sure you're, you know, you're getting grounded. um yeah, being grounded. um no drama llama kind of like thing, trying to keep your boundaries, keep the distance. Again, with that tower card, that tower may be also not just, you know, school or a place of business, but that could also represent maybe going in and finding some solitude. I mean, she's standing there, she's got the light in her hand, she's got the candle, so it's kind of like the hermit going in and saying, here, come on inside, it's warm, you know, isolate yourself from the negative and start working on the positive, start focusing on you. I know there's a lot of things that you want to decide on, or you may want to choose from because of this, but making that choice will give you that sense of empowerment and satisfaction in being able to walk away from um, that other energy or situation or individual. So I hope that helped, my dear. And Julie says it's not dark and I don't answer. Oh, the door. So we're talking about the I would love a reading, Heather, if you have the time. So alrighty, let me add you, um, Irene, and I'll probably be back to do some more tomorrow because of it being officially Samhain starts at sundusk, and it will be carrying into tomorrow. You know, we also have the Day of the Dead tomorrow as well, so I'll probably be pulling out some of my decks, like my Ghost Tarot and stuff, to do some maybe more ancestral readings. So treats are always welcome. All right, let me take a quick sip. And next is Isadora. Isadora, my dear, are you still here? Okay, I have so many decks here. Alrighty, Isadora. Are you here, my dear? If not, I will go on to the next, and I can't read my handwriting. Let's see, it's my tradition to buy a box of those little chocolate bars, turn off the lights, and hang on YouTube. Isadora, you are here, yes. And I'm looking at my handwriting. Oh, Jackie. Okay. So Isadora, Jackie, and then Irene. So, already, what mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from others? So this is Isadora. Yep, I see you, my dear. That's a popular card. Since I got in this deck, certain cards come up more often than others. And I find that very interesting. What mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from others? I got the Bat card for you. And it says here, invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. So what mask or how do I hide myself from others? There's change coming, or has already started, or this could be a recent change. that you are going through, and that can feel very scary. And this could be something where it's going to maybe bring you, or it's going to become more in the light of others in your circle. But you have the power, and saying here, you have the power and fear not. So fear not what is hidden. So with you, I feel like whatever this change is, that is taking place or has taken place, Isadora, is telling you not to be afraid of showing that change within yourself, whether it's spiritual, if it's, mental, emotional, whatever level it is, not to be afraid. Um, if this is something good and healthy, and that change is something that needed to be made. Um, you know, others' opinions, like they say, what you think of me is not my opinion, and you welcome change. Yep, because that's the one thing that always stays the same is change. So, not being afraid. So, invoke your power, um, and not be afraid of showing truly who you are. And I'm going to pull here. Let me. Whoa. Okay. You got the egg card. Now, this isn't traditional in Lenormand, but it was included in this deck. And that egg represents new beginnings, birthing something new, coming out of the shell. So there's something new that's changing within you. And um, again, like with most of us, some people aren't always going to like that change. And we have to find our power within ourselves to stand out. Lifter has to say, well, this is who I am. This is the changes that I have made, within myself or to myself, or who I am becoming. So let me just see and it brings balance. And so, kind of like on that swing, bringing balance. So, this new change is bringing balance to you. It's something new, it's a new beginning, it's something exciting. And with the eggs, it represents fertility and not necessarily being pregnant or anything, but this could be something new that you're birthing. You may be creative, it could be a project, it could be, let's say, it could be like, oh, I'm leaving this job and I'm going to become an artist full time, and people are going to look at you and go, oh, are you crazy? How are you going to? So things like that, where it's this change, it's making you happy, it's bringing you balance. And it may be some things that people aren't going to want to see, but not to be afraid to show who you truly are, my dear. So, and hello, Brina. Brina, I will add you to the list, my dear, if I have time. And I'm hoping that my special guest will, still shows. Fingers crossed. I can't say anything just in case, but you never know. So, next card up for you, my dears. How do others hide themselves from me? So, I am going to use the Lenormand again. So, how do others hide from me? What is it that you can't see? Um, the first card I got out is what people are hiding from you, what you can't see in others. They're suffering. They're suffering. There's sadness. Um, there's pain. Let's see what the other card is. Something to do with a book. Okay. Let's see what else we get here. That's interesting, that book. What would be the second? And again, change. You got the stork. What others are hiding from me? This is interesting. Let's see what the next one is. Tree. Okay. So, um, again, entertainment purpose only. I am not a doctor. Please see professional up always. I'm just looking at the cards and kind of getting what I'm feeling. So, Isadora, let me know if any of this resonates with you. But with the cross, I'm also getting anchor, and I'm also getting tree. And tree is typically associated with family, with health. especially our genetics, our DNA, like the family tree. And for me too, the trees are about being rooted and grounded, in the earth. But with the cross card and the anchor, it feels like with the anchor, someone is set so much in their way within this family tree, that it is causing a lot of sadness, a lot of suffering, a lot of grief, like a lot of pain involvement. I have the book. I'm going to pull a card on the book. The books represents things that we read, things that may be in our journal. Um, so this could very well be, this person may be writing, journaling, or reading books associated with what it is that they are suffering with. Now, the stork is about change, so there may have been something recently. I don't know if this may be representing a death, because the stork is about creativity and migration and things, moving. So again, death can be a rebirth, but the stork in here is about change. There's some type of change going on. It feels like there may be a health or family dynamic with it. It's anchored, it's settled in, it's grounded in. I mean, the suffering that this being hidden from you is deep. And there is something to book. I don't know if it's someone's journaling this, if this is like looking at a medical book. I don't know if this is maybe a family album, an ancestry, a book on ancestors, but there's something being written down or in a solid book form um, that has to do with this change that is going on. And um, okay, Roman, I know I didn't put anything down in the description. Sometimes I forget, but it's Heather M. Johnson, JOHNSON 7070 at Gmail. So next question is, what tricks do I need to watch out for? What can fool me? So let me pull from the Tarot de Lorraine. Mm. Okay, so what tricks do I need to watch out for? So the first card is the Strength card. Give me a second here to process these cards. What tricks do I need to watch out for? What can fool me? Okay, so Isadora. I'm going to start with the middle card, the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is about planning. It's, having an idea and starting to plan, strategize, making decisions on what it is that you're going to want to do. The Wands are about, um, willpower. So finding the willpower to make plans, to make decisions. And the cards surrounding this, the top is the Strength card. So whatever this decisions, planning that needs to be made, this balancing, because you're getting inspiration maybe from one person, you're getting ideas, you have your own. Um, and that could be that book too. Plans that are being made, things are being written out. So the top card is the Strength card. And the way it can be, yes, the first one resonates. So the Strength card can represent um, someone saying that they have that strength, that they have that control of their, how do I say this? Because typically with the Strength card, it's about overcoming and being able to control our inner wildness. We're able to calm, the savage beast, but with the lion, being able to control that power, um, that animal side to us. It's about all that personal power and strength that we have within us. So the Strength card, someone, you. or someone can be saying, oh, I'm strong enough, I can do this. The underlying energy that I did get is the Nine of Wands, and she none looked too happy. So the Nine of Wands is about, just being at the point. It's not quite the Ten of Wands where we're just overwhelmed with burdens, but the Nine of Wands is getting to the point where, you're still standing, you're feeling worn, you're battle weary, so to speak. And, kind of like, how much more can I endure? Um, it's hanging in there. She's holding on to that wand, but that that strength and that Nine of Wands card, it feels like they're fighting each other. You're strong, but you can just stand so much. It's, of course, again, Nine of Wands is about being adaptable, being able to handle things, but to a certain point, that Two of Wands is about making decisions, that need to be made to move forward. Okay, there's that message. What treats are coming your way? What good stuff is coming? Well, let's see. And are you kidding me? Two of Wands came up again, my dear. So that Two of Wands, that planning is going to be what treats, what good things are coming when those plans are made and things are starting to take hold. Because the Three of Wands would be, okay, things are set in motion, things are expanding, things are moving forward. So we're still in that initial planning phase, but you did get the Two of Wands again in this deck. Let's see what the bottom. Three of Pentacles. Okay, I like it when we can get some good news. So the Three of Pentacles is about collaboration, being able to ask others for help when you need it. It's people coming together to help, to create, to build, to give structure. So, and the Pentacles again has to do with wealth, health, stability. And again, it could be something creative, but in this instance, um, it seems like a lot is focusing around some sort of health situation. And again, I'm not a doctor, okay, entertainment purposes only, but be open to allowing people to come in and help you. And I think that will, when you're willing to start planning and making plans to move forward, the good things coming your way is there are going to be people there to support you and to help you through this, Isadora. So that's what I have for you, my dear. And up next is Jackie. Are you still here, my dear? Man, I can't stop yawning. Too much chocolate. Well, the chocolate's supposed to be all that sugar. It's supposed to be making, unless you're starting to crash, girl. So, um, Jackie Jan, are you here, my dear? So I hope these readings are resonating. And you are here. Alrighty, my dear. So, what mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from others? You know what? I have one waiting for me in the fridge. It's supposed to be Shan's, but I'm hoping maybe he'll let me have it. But tonight, with it being Samhain too, we got ourselves a wonderful bottle. We've never had it before. I mean, we've had mead before, but this is local. It's made with blackberries because Oregon's known for their blackberries. So it's a blackberry mead that we're going to have after dinner. So you're welcome, Isadora. Isadora, did any of that relate, sweetheart? You can just maybe put yes, or not having to go into details or overshare, but please let me know if that helped in any way. Okay, so Jackie, how do I hide myself from others? Alrighty, you got the Rooted card. You may never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. Some of these are very interesting. Okay, thank you, Isadora. Um, only ups for a couple of minutes, then blood sugar plummets. Yep. So rooted. May you never tear the living ritual that is magic merged within the roots of your being, the soil of your soul. With it being rooted, and what mask, how do I hide myself from others? Let's take a look at what the book says, Jackie. Because what I'm sort of getting here is that these days you may 70. Maybe you're feeling unrooted. Maybe you feel it says here, may you never tear the living ritual that is magic. Um, let's see what they say. Because for me, this could very be, how do I hide myself from others? And I think maybe too, some of these, how do I hide, what mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from maybe myself as well? But being rooted, you may be going through something right now where you feel uprooted, where you don't feel grounded, you don't feel like you're balanced, stable. And I don't mean like mentally, or I mean, it's just that sense of feeling uprooted, um, ungrounded, like things are unsure right now. And some of that is making you maybe lose how life is full of magic. Sometimes things that we go through that are hardships, where we feel uprooted, where we feel like we're torn from being grounded, torn from the earth, torn from our mother, that it makes us lose the magic that's within our, in our life. um, the soil of your soul. So let's see what this says here for 34. So I'm still learning these beautiful cards. So let's see, that's 38, 36, 35. Alrighty, so 34. Being grounded and connected. Okay. So talking about grounding spiritual information. So maybe there are things that you are spiritually learning about yourself, that, or that you're just learning about things in spiritual in general, that's making maybe you feel uprooted, unsure, ungrounded, and you want to hide that from others. I've been to so many funerals this year, lots of changes. Okay. Um, it says here, you need to learn to ground the spiritual information into your physical life. To be flighty is to connect to spirit, but to be rooted is to become a channel for spirit. Okay. So is this something? So Jackie, let me just kind of put this out there with the funerals and the deaths that you've been having to go through. Are you feeling like you can sense these individuals? Are you starting to feel like you're able to, or you always have been able to communicate in some way, whether through mental visions, physically seeing, or sensing spirit of others? Um, because that's kind of what, because they're talking about you becoming a channel for spirit, like with reading cards and stuff. Sometimes we may not be able to see, but if we can pull cards, or if we can sit and get pictures, we may get like taste, whatever our abilities are. Is that what makes it may be something that you are trying to hide from others? And this is something acknowledging that if this is what you are experiencing, the need to get, rooted, to make sure that, you know um, you tend the soil of your soul, so that what you may experience and what you give, that you're making sure that you are taking. She most definitely is a channel. Okay. So here, yes, definitely learn about my spiritual gifts. Okay. um it says here, you are being asked to dig deeper. Maintaining deep roots is how you pull yourself from the darkness. So not getting pulled into the darkness, you know, making sure that, you know, if there's a spirit that needs help, it's that you're able to help them. That, you know, because sometimes they can come in and we have to do a spiritual boundary where, no, I cannot help you right now. I need to take care of myself. So making sure that you have those spiritual rules, you know, in place so that you're able to stay rooted, be grounded, and be an open channel for those who do need your help when you're able to do it. I didn't know I had so many, but happy to have them and using them now. So this is acknowledgement. Um, says here, the real gift of spiritual commitment is found when you feel like your back is against a wall. So it says here, don't give up when times are hard. Okay. Um, so just making sure you stay rooted. It says here, find your connection to your true self, your ancestor, your guides, and trust your instincts. So when it comes to these situations, um, so when you come into these situations, making sure that you know your ancestors are called, you know your guides are there in place to help them, to help you. So this may be a mask that you have to wear that you don't want necessarily other people to know about, and so this is something that you may hide. So at some point, maybe more when you get rooted and grounded and you feel more confident, and you feel like it's safe to be able to share this aspect of yourself, then that's when things will, you know, start to unfold. But I love that line, the soil of your soul. Make sure you tend that soil, my dear. Must have gone through, did not bounce back. Okay, I'll check when I'm done. So next one up is how do others hide from me? What can't I see in others? Okay. Ooh. What can't I see in others? There are snakes, my dear. The snake card again, snakes are powerful. They do represent our personal power, our kundalini. You know, snakes are good for regeneration. They shed their old skin and they grow a new one. So they're constantly changing and shedding and transforming like butterflies. Traditionally, though, with the Lenormand, this is the card that warns of um, that there could be a deceitful person, a false person, um, you know, like you know the snake in the grass kind of deal. Let's see what the undercard is, and I got the stork again. So I don't know if there is somebody who is noticing these changes in you. Um, the storks are about, you know, of course, because they, you know, they represent or used to represent, you know, the arrival or the announcement of a child. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a human baby. This could be a stork announcing the arrival of something new, a new project, a new change. Again, like what you are going through. Let me see what the next card is with the snake here, a bear. So the bears are typically, the bear is also a strength card. But for me, let me see what the next card is. Crossroads. What can't I see in others? So for me, I'm going to say, you know, the bear can be, you know, maternal. Um, Bears are very protective. Let me look up something here. Hold on a second. Oh, don't go anywhere, Jackie. I'm right here. I have a book that's also by Day Louis with Lenormand. And I remember he has something very interesting to say about the bear. And I think I'll find that in here to connect. Because I don't like that snake in the grass. And I'm wondering if it is about strength and vitality. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at you. That the bear, this is going to be you. So the snake, someone sees something that's going on. There's a sense. There's a what people are hiding from you. Nothing to to fear, but just being aware of. Because it says here that with the bear represents strength, physical or intellectual, and lavishes you a great deal of calm, stability, and determination and personal power. So, making sure. So, what you don't see as people are hiding is that there's some people that um, want to. I keep hearing the word strip you of that confidence, of that sense of stability, because we were talking about being rooted, being grounded. So, and yeah, because you know how some people don't like seeing other people when they start to um, be able to do things that they wish they can. We know in that light that attracts certain people. Um, I like it here though. It says, "In all areas, luck will be on your side." And the next card I got is the crossroads. So you're going to be coming to a crossroads where you're going to have to start making a choice in the path, which way to go. And when you get to those crossroads, you know you can count on that bear energy for yourself, your ancestors, to call them in for protection from those that you know are deceitful. And will basically bite you in the ass, so to speak. Um, but yeah, that's what I get with what others are hiding. And probably at this point with these gifts, you may already know who those family, or I don't say family, but people in your circle will be, or who they are. What tricks do I need to watch out for? I am going to go for my ethereal. Okay. Okay. And you know, when it comes to crossroads, if you need help, I know there's people in our community that work with Hecate as as a goddess of the crossroads, as well. Inanna is also a goddess because she had to strip away everything to meet her sister, her soul, her shadow, to be killed and be reborn. Having to learn what to let go and what to. So you'll be able to. What tricks do I need to watch out for? Okay, so the mage. This is you. Well, this is going to be two people. So, what two tricks do you need to watch out for? So, the mage is again the person who is connected with spirit, who is grounded, as above, so below. The mage is the one who can manifest, that can make things happen. They have all their tools that they need at their disposal. They trust in their willpower. They know that they can manifest change. So this is something that you are starting to work on, that you're starting to notice. Tricks to watch out for, though. What can fool me? So I think what the bottom card says, the Knight of Cups. And so the Knight of Cups is an individual who, and it could be a male, but this in here, it's a dragon. So I'm looking at this then energy wise. So this Knight of Cups is the energy of someone coming or presenting, and this could be even an energy of a spirit, but this is the energy you would be able to know. I'm going to actually let me look at another card here. Page. So I got another one. So Page of Pentacles. So at this time, the Page of Pentacles are someone that's like an apprentice that's starting. They're learning their skill. They're looking at all aspects of what it is that they want to do. With the Pentacles, it's about learning. It's about, it could be monetary. It could be again, like academic, it's a page is like they're young, they're fresh, they're new, they're into something, they're studying, they're like the student. And so in this process, you are starting to go and starting to learn how to manipulate, um, and manifest with your abilities, your powers that you have. And so it says here, what tricks do I need to watch out for to make sure that, again, that you are grounded and rooted enough so that you don't trick yourself, that you make sure, and this is not putting fear into not being able to use your abilities, but making sure that when you do your work or when you practice or when you are in the process of channeling whatever it is that you're doing, that was with the mage and that is with, with your studies, um, to make sure that when you call in, make sure it's the right energy. Because with the Knight of Cups, they can present themselves as the chivalrous one, the person that wears their emotions. So this may be, what can fool me. It could be a person that may come to you, or a spirit that you feel like I can help this. That it may be that mask that came up in the other one, being able to recognize, being sure that you are studied enough, that you are learned enough, and that you have control over your I don't want to say control, well, yeah, control and an understanding of what your powers and abilities are, so that those who can, because Knights of Cups can also be, water emotions can be manipulative as well. So just being wary or cautious, or just be cautious of when you start working and you start practicing, that that the right person and or energy comes through. Because also with the Page of Pentacles, this could be maybe you're looking for a mentor, someone to teach you with, and that Knight of Cups might be the one that comes and says, here, let me teach you my way or this way. And if it doesn't feel right, or you feel like you're being, because some places you see online and stuff, they say, here, pay me this much and I'll teach you this. And it can, there's scammers. But again, just being aware, using your intuition, knowing when something sounds too good to be true, you know, that's when you lean on your abilities, your ancestors, your guides to help you through that. Um, Next question, what treats are coming your way? So let's see what treats are coming your way. There's a place near me that says that I can receive priestessing certification, and one is like $6,000, and another one's $9,000. Now I am, wouldn't consider haggling or anything, because that's not spiritually sound to do. And I'm sure this individual may have, bills and things, but for me, that didn't resonate right. So, for all of us, we have to um, feel things for ourselves. And when we're not sure, when we're at those crossroads, Jackie, to call in, your goddess, your God, your higher power, your ancestor, your guides, to help you navigate those crossroads. So, what good stuff is coming? What's her treat? Okay, so what good things are coming? You got the devil. So again, this is about being able to acknowledge and know what vices no longer serve you. This is an acknowledgement of, as you develop and you get more in your power, and you know how to manifest that, and you know how to sense it and work with your guides and your spirit and your ancestors. You will start to see you know what binds you maybe to other people, to certain thoughts, different energies. But the devil isn't necessarily a bad card. It's just, letting us know that. And I love in this deck how they're holding hands, like the lovers. So recognizing what will bind you, that could relate to that, that Knight of Cups again, too. So recognizing already what you know is something is not right, that would, and I'm going to say this here, the power, no, you know how we get that thrill of having that sense of power, feeling like I am powerful, I can, do this or that. We get sometimes that euphoria where we kind of become addicted to doing, certain things that we know that's not going to be healthy for us. And so having to watch what we bind ourselves to, what we attach ourselves to, and what we use to be able to cope or to achieve. So that's kind of like the warning ahead of time. But your underlying energy, because this is good stuff coming, so you'll be able to recognize that. And then you have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about expansion, that beautiful like portal opening up. And you've done, you felt the inspiration. You've got that creativity. You got your willpower. You planned, you designed, you prepared, and now you're ready to move forward into the next, like crossing through the veil into the next portal. Love that. So that's what I have for you, Jackie. Whew, what time is it? 6:27. I've been on for an hour and a half. And so Irene, love it. Okay. Irene, are you still awake? Are you still awake from your chocolate? Let me know. Hey, Shelby. Happy Samhain, my dear. Happy Halloween. Yes, barely. Wake up, girl. You're next. So, how do I hide myself from others? What's your card, my dear? Oh, I got this card too today. I got Graveyard. Okay. There is a song that bellows in the peace of knowing no end and acknowledging the crossroads of eternity. So, how do I hide myself from others? Through your grief, my dear. The graveyard is about acknowledging, that we are mortal, we have mortality, and that even though when we pass, we continue, on the other side. And I'm feeling like with this card, knowing your history, that you tend to hide within your grief. Um, you hide yourself from others. You know, I mean, you share here, but the the traumas of the loss of your daughter and other things in your life, it's to the point where you know um, you feel like you are at a crossroads. And I love how it says here, there is a song that bellows in the peace of knowing no end. So being able to know that there will be a reunion, there will be you're reuniting, but how do I hide myself from others, from you know not wanting, not living life, hiding yourself from the world, yourself, others, um, because of your grief, of your sadness. But um, you've been coming in the chat, and I think I can say, and I think others too can, chatters, saying that you are very strong, and there has been a sense of light, though, more light within with the chatting and learning cards, and even acknowledging that when you feel, you know, Johanna around you. Um, so moving forward, what mask do I wear? That mask of grief and not wanting to open yourself to others, or even to yourself because of that. So the kind of mask to remove, and again, we all heal at different stages, but it's acknowledging that. Try not to hide yourself from others in that death, in that grief, and in those shadows. So let me put that one back, and it says, what What can't I see in others? Have a good night, Shelby. Thanks for popping in. So how do others? Well, I'm using a different deck. Well, guess I'm supposed to be using this one. So I was using the Lenormand. So how do others hide from me? What can't I see in others? Well, let's see what this deck says. A lot of Two of Wands coming out tonight. Oh, sounds like we got kids outside. How do others hide from me? Well, they're hiding behind the preface of justice. I know you got some stuff going on. Claiming there is no justice, or they are trying to achieve a sense of justice, fairness, balance. I got the Two of Wands again. So for me, how others hide from me, what can't I see? There's a sense of there's planning going on. So for me, when there's planning, strategizing, to me, with this specific question, it feels like strategy. But this strategy is going to be shown. I got the Sun card. So there is going to be light shined on this. There is a sense of this feeling of, success. But when it comes to the Justice card, I'm going to put another clarifier for this Justice card. There's something going on judiciously, and I think you've mentioned that before, that people are hiding behind, that they're trying to hide. But again, there's the Sun card. And in this particular deck, it's kind of like an eclipse, so you have a bit of that eclipse energy behind that as well. But I want another card for that Justice. Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands is about standing up for oneself. Standing up, battling against others, standing your ground. Some folks. Let me pull from the Lenormand, and I'm going to actually use this deck that I pulled. This is what can't I really see in others? What are others? How are others hiding? How do others hide from her? They're hiding from you through courts, through laws, through justice, claiming, self-defense, standing boundaries. There's, strategizing, scheming going on, but that Sun card. The Child card. Money. You got the Child card, which, again, is, well, in this deck, it's, for Christmas time. There's all seasons in this deck. So with the Child card, with the gift and money. So how are they hiding from you? They're trying to hide something. I'm wondering if with this child, I don't know if this represents something going on with, Johanna's passing. I don't know if this has to do with the fish with money. If this has to associate with something that you're supposed to get because of a lawsuit or something with her passing, or if this is something else with the family that was supposed to be money, a gift that was supposed to come to you. And they're trying to find ways of hiding this, or attempting to hide this from you through this planning, through this scheming. But again, you got the Sun card. That I mean, I don't want that to mean that they're going to be successful, and and they're happy, because they're going to succeed. But for me, the sun is about shining light onto that. There's a few good turnarounds over the nasty folk. Yeah. So let me put those cards back. So let's see. What tricks do I need to watch out for this season? What can fool me? So let me grab this Lenormand. So, what tricks do I need to watch out for this season? Come on. Sometimes it just doesn't want to. Again, the fish card, money. The fish is about prosperity, financial gain, money. What's the underlying card? The moon. So that light, you had the sun and now the moon. That moon is going to also shine light um, into the shadows, into the areas. And that moon is also intuition. And I love how she's holding like the star or the light in her hand, going to the moon. So going to the moon, using your intuition. But there is, because in the moon card is typically like with, tarot, shining that light, shining in the hidden aspects of ourselves, the shadows. There's, I don't want to say deceit again, but that moonlight, that light, your intuition, that's going, they know. Okay. I think we all know what we're going on here. So let me see. Egg. Again, also egg nest, abundance, prosperity, something new. But this also could represent an egg nest. When they refer to it, money as an egg nest. What tricks do I need to watch out for? Someone is going to try to pretend to be your loyal friend. The dog is about loyalty, friendship, companionship, trust. So watch out for someone pretending to be your friend. I also got the balance card. And this is acknowledging, I think, right now for you to make sure that you stay balanced. And I love that this one here was moon and the other one was the sun. So again, there's that balance and treasure. So yeah, what can fool me? That treasure is like, again, it could be money, it could be different types of riches and treasure for people. This could maybe represent actual physical jewelry or things that were a part of an inheritance, a part of someone's legacy. But again, that fish keeps coming up. Watch out for what can fool you. Whoever that dog is, knowing that there is more out there. There needs to be a balance. Alrighty. So I know who that is. Okay. Looks like I get to keep my van, just can't sell it, and I don't want to, so works for me. All right, so the last question is, what good stuff is coming your way? I think we've got a special guest. Look who is here. Miss Taruti!
Well, all I heard was that fish and that dog, and I said, "Is she talking about me
About
again?"
Miss She made it. I wasn't sure if she was going to, but she
I'm
is
sorry,
here.
I was on another channel and
Well,
we
you're
ran
Miss
away.
Popularity today. Kind of
Thank
spreading
you.
yourself all around.
Well, it's
Sure.
Halloween. Everybody wants a drag queen on Halloween.
Oh my goodness. I'm so happy that you're here. Well, damn, I miss so much. Well, Beth is here. And where's there we go, there's Beth. So, and everyone's like, yay, Miss Darrow D is here. What a
All
treat.
my friends
Yes.
were all in the same room together. Blessings.
Yes. So we were just going to, Irene, I will get to your last card. So what's going on?
No,
Miss
no,
Darrow
finish
D?
finish Irene's
Oh,
last
finish?
card and then we'll
Okay.
catch up
So
because
we're
I don't want to
looking,
ruin it.
so we're finally coming down to what good stuff is coming for Irene. The things have been a little rough. So, okay. All righty. 10 of. Okay, so my dear, your underlying energy is the 10 of Wands. So there's a lot of burdens. You're like, how's this good stuff coming? Well, all this burdens that you've been carrying and going through, you are going to get a break from it. You got the Four of Swords. So there's going to be a time for respite, for resting, regenerating, and kind of getting your thoughts together, getting, with the swords too, with stuff going on with the courts and everything. This is a good time to relax, to sit quietly and know how you're going to move forward with communication, clarity, discussing, and just you're going to get that relaxation, that release, girl. I still want to pull another card here next to see what we got. The Eight of Cups. So you're going to be moving away, walking away from all this, leaving all that shit behind, my dear. That cannot stay. So you're going to be dropping that. You're going to be losing that. You're going to be walking away. You know that there's something better out there. You're done with all this and you're going to go and have a rest. And so to take advantage of this rest to get yourself, put together, with the swords too, and with this justice and with these folks, this could very well be a time where maybe trying to negotiate or connect with, I don't know if you have a lawyer, where this could be communication, written, preparing and moving forward and kind of sealing that and saying, okay, this is done, this is signed, all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, and now you can move on emotionally because there's something better out there and you can leave those burdens behind. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Oh, all righty. Enough about me. How about you? or as the saying goes, enough about me. How about me?
Well, I mean, I was just responding to somebody buying shitty candy. Maybe that's the reason why you only had 4 trick-or-treaters, because word got out real quick. Uh, don't go to that lady at the end of the block. Her candy.
Beth, wait, what did you buy the 2-year-old discount candy from? Oh, I've gotten some of those.
Word gets out very quickly in little towns.
Okay, I'm
No,
writing an
my
essay
street
for
is
the
empty.
police.
It's sad. Oh,
Yeah, we had a bus pull up and then I heard some kids. And so, yeah, I mean,
no.
the weather here was beautiful today. You're welcome, my dear. So, yeah, beautiful weather. So, how are you doing, my dear?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I went for a different look for Halloween. I went for a
I
ponytail.
know someone was mentioning they like the purple or the blue. Brina
It's
said.
it's like a purple blue. Yeah, it's really cute though. I've never had a ponytail, so I said, "Oh, let me do the ponytail."
And I like that it goes with the gold because the purple and the gold complement each other.
Yeah, and I actually bought this really cute lace black mask, but when it arrived and I put it on, I just didn't like it. I was like, no, it's blah. It's too basic.
And Miss Tarot
Uh,
D doesn't do basic.
no, no. And
No.
luckily, like any good drag queen, I have masks in the top shelf of the closet. So
Yeah.
there we go.
Brina likes it.
We always have something for any occasion in my house. You
Yes.
know,
Miss Tarot D goes fleek or nothing less. Nothing less than that.
that's right.
So,
That's right. That's right. But
yes.
how are you, my dear? How was your night? How is everybody
Ooh,
doing?
I had a lot of. I found this spread by Barbara Ford. It's called the Trick or Treat card spread, and it's a
Ooh,
4-card
how
spread. And
cute!
the first card is, "What mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from others?" And we had some really powerful readings from this. And the
Oh,
second card is, "How do others hide from me?" what can't I see in others? That's part 2.
Oh,
And then 3 is, what tricks do I need to watch out for the season? What can fool me? And
hmm,
number 4 was, what treats are coming my way this season? What good stuff is coming? So that was just like perfect for
okay.
tonight. Oh, do I hear cards flipping over there?
Yes, you did. So the first question was, what mask do I wear? And that's the devil.
Ooh, that's come out tonight too. Ooh.
Mhm.
Are you the devil, Miss Tarot D?
You know what? I'm a little devilish. So yeah. So that's a really interesting card for a mask to wear, right? I
I'm
guess
wearing a mask, yes.
yes. And I'm wearing my mask.
And we're all addicted to you.
And you're
We
all
can't get
addicted to
rid
me.
of
But on a
well,
personal note, I think that that has to do because lately I've been overdoing myself and I've been really, lack of a better word, addiction to work because I've had a lot of projects to do and I've just been overdoing it and really like, like,
you're chained to the desk.
chained to the desk, like the devil is beating on my back to get things done. So that makes sense. What was the next prompt? Was
The
what?
next prompt was, how do others hide from me? What can't I see in others?
Ooh, their strength. And that tells me that I have to delegate more and trust more in others, that they do have the strengths to carry out these tasks and responsibilities. So I don't have to do it all myself.
Yeah, Irene wants you to be careful, Miss Tarot D, when it comes to working too hard and taking
Thank
care
you.
of
I
yourself.
know I'm my own worst enemy. I really am. What was the third prompt?
The third prompt is, what tricks do I need to watch out for this season? What can
Hmm.
fool me?
So I got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Huh. What tricks? So
Mm,
usually the Page of Pentacles is one that studies and looks at things, their resources and concrete things around
mhm.
them. And then in the reverse is someone who's really not paying attention.
Yeah,
You
don't
know,
have both eyes on the road. They're all kind of like,
yes.
oh, look at that, and not actually reading between the lines, maybe, so to speak, in the proverbial book.
Hmm. Hmm.
Or they're not paying, like you said, they're not paying attention.
Yeah. So I'm not paying attention. And then the last prompt was,
What treats are coming my way this season? What good stuff is coming?
which is the Wheel of Fortune.
Yay,
So
good luck. There we
good
go.
luck. Good things are coming my way. Good fortune is coming my way. What a cute little trick or treat spread. I like
Yes.
that.
I did a jingle for
Yes.
when I started the show, but I can always do another because we have more people in the chat. If you wanted to do a collective to help me end the show,
Sure. You want a tarot? You want Oracle? Let's do it. I'm going to do it.
I've got Lenormand here, I've got Oracle here, I've got a whole
I'm going to.
smattering. So
I'm doing an
everybody's
Oracle.
treat is you get a reading from Miss Tarot D. And Brina, if you're still here,
Free
instead
of
of
charge.
an individual one, we'll get a collective. But again, all of our readings, all can resonate with us. We've all been there at some point, and a lot of us are going through a lot of the same stuff right now with what's going on in the world.
Mhm.
So for a collective, first question again, what mask do I wear? How do I hide myself from others? Yep, Brina, you're here. Good. So you can be a part of the collective reading, my dear. And let's see. Actually, let's use the Lenormand. Use my witchy Lenormand. How do others hide from me? What can't I see in others? Ooh, nice. And you can go ahead, Miss Tarot D, if you're ready. I'm still shuffling.
So for the collective, what was the first? I can't remember so well.
The
My
first
brain is
one
a
is,
little foggy.
how do I hide myself from others? Like, what mask do I wear?
Hmm. So how do I hide myself from others? And I guess this is collective for all of us to figure.
Yep.
So the word refrain. Hmm. And it's almost like we're being reminded that we do not need to please everyone else. We do not need to reframe ourselves for others, that we can be our authentic selves. And if people don't like it, tough shit.
Hmm?
Or what does Bobby say? Cold titties, big titties. So yeah, so refrain, and also refrain from being a people pleaser. Just be you.
Yeah.
What was
Nice. Mine was the broom.
mm,
And the broom says, what dreams may come from what you seek. Make room, make way. A clearing need be. So, how do I hide myself from others? By being somebody that not by being somebody that you're not, being who you are. That take that broom, clear away all the people that are not
mhm,
supportive in your life. And if you have to work with them, like, coworkers or have to handle with family, make sure that healthy boundary is in place, and getting rid of those negative thoughts. Take that broom. That's what the brooms were used for, for in pagan and Wiccan in circles. You take that broom and you sweep out all the old negative energy, and you sweep in all the good ones. So again, it's all about cleansing. It's all about clearing that negative thoughts, energy, people that you can in your life, and being exactly your true authentic self. So, number two is, how do others hide from me? What can't I see in others?
mm. So I have the inner child, okay? And allow me to give compassion and love to the little one. Let me attend to my deepest needs and feelings. And I guess sometimes we have to, when people upset us, when people treat us wrongly, or they just annoy the shit out of me, like
Mm-hmm.
that Karen in the supermarket who insists that she can step
Yeah.
in front of you. We have to take the moment and look at that even she has a hurting inner child that needs love and care and attention.
Beautiful. And for me, I got the bear and the bouquet. So it's all about, what we can't see the strengths, the things that people are going through, and the bouquet is about the beautiful gifts that they offer us. So what we can't see is that some people may be going through struggles. We don't necessarily see their strength. We don't see, because we're so devised these days that we don't look to see where people draw their strength. That bear too for me is very much about, mama bear, caring, loving, being protective, and the beautiful gifts that those others can offer us. So that's what I have for the
Mm,
collective on that one. And Irene says, absolutely. Good reminder, Jackie, 100%. So,
mhm,
next prompt is, what tricks do I need to watch out for this season? What can fool me?
mm.
And Irene says, the people I'm dealing with need their inner child spanked, I think. Well, yeah,
I agree. I agree.
some people need a foot right up the, what.
So I have the card of sacrifice, and that is sometimes we just need to let go, and surrender to our higher consciousness, to know that it's looking to eliminate the illusions and delusions of our mind. And we, as humans, we try to create a space that's comfortable for us, even if it's not a good space for us.
Mhm.
Just because we're afraid. We're afraid to move forward. We're afraid to grow. We're afraid of the unknown. So we rather sit in a place or in an environment for 5, 10 years. It's like being in a bad relationship or a horrible job, and you know you're suffering, but you're afraid of what else is out there. And sacrifice means to surrender. You're sacrificing your uncomfortability and you're surrendering so that you can leave an opening for the universe to bless you and to show you something different and something that's available to you. Okay. Sacrifice of the ego. Okay. So
Yep.
that's what this card means.
Nice. Is that Ganesha?
Hmm.
Yep. I
Yeah.
got a plenty of
Hmm.
riches. Yep.
That's right.
And Brina says, my aunt used to say, let go and let God, which is
There you
often
go.
easier said than done. Yep.
Very true.
Sure, yeah.
Very true. You know?
And Irene says that makes a lot of sense, Miss Terry.
Of
So
course it does. I'm Miss Tara D. He always makes it. I'm perfect.
she's that perfect 8 ball. You just give her a good shake. See what comes to the
I should have
surface.
brought my. I actually. Do you know I actually have a crystal ball? I should have brought it for tonight. We could have read.
And I didn't have any a costume, but I did bring this, Miss Tarot D. Ooh, happy
Ooh,
Halloween,
that's
everybody!
spookiness.
I can't wear it, but I can stick it in front of my face. So, what tricks do I need to watch out for this season? What can fool me? Oh, so the underlying energy is at 5 of Wands. So there's some sort of conflict. The challenges that are going on with you and another or a group of people. And the top card that's acknowledging it is the Four of Swords. So again, you may want to think everything's, peaceful, everything's put to rest, that, it's time for relaxation and respite, but know that, things are still not, there's still something going on. And this may be a card warning yourself not to fool yourself, that you
Mhm,
think time will take care of it and that you can just rest and not worry about it. But in truth, there's still some conflict and some
mhm,
challenges that needs to be addressed. And this could be with relationships like these two here, not being able to talk or acknowledge each other's presence. This could be also, thoughts that we have in our heads as well. Sometimes challenging thoughts, and we're combating, with what we want and what we think and what we feel we need. And so it's time to, not rest on those laurels and still be able to make sure that we are addressing what needs to be addressed.
mm,
So that's what I
mhm.
have. And
Yeah,
Irene says, oh, nice. A crystal ball would have gone great with your costume.
thank you.
Remember back in the day, they had the Swami guy, and he would be sitting with a crystal ball. I think it was Vincent Price or somebody. At every show, he'd be like, "Ah, boom," and you could see the
You're right.
ball go boom, boom. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I know what she's doing. I gotta go grab mine. There we go.
You going to bed?
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Hers is probably going to be bigger than mine because Miss Tarot D has bigger balls than I do. So, you know. So for me, you can't outdo Miss Tarot D when it comes to the size of your balls. Let me tell you. So thank you again, everybody, for being here.
All right. Are you ready to see my balls?
I am ready to see them. Whip them out, baby. Very nice.
It's so heavy. It's a real crystal ball. And I use it for scouring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And this is mine. Mine was actually made from volcanic ash that was collected and reheated and reconstituted into different shapes. And the one I picked was the crystal ball. So for me, I love holiness. It's this beautiful aqua blue green to it,
Mhm.
and it's calming, it's relaxing. I don't scribe very well.
Okay.
For some reason, scrying into balls or into water doesn't necessarily
Mhm.
work. It's when I paint that things come through that I can see, which is very interesting. But I love the energy. So thank you for sharing your crystal ball with us, my friend.
Sure, and yeah, I do scrying,
Scrying.
and it's actually really meditative if you just allow yourself to just focus and then unfocus. That's the trick. You begin to focus and then you allow your energy and your vision to unfocus, and then you start seeing the images of what spirit is trying to tell you, you know, and the messages. It's almost like some people do read candle or fires. The when you
The smoke. Guess what Ginger Faye does? She does the smoke. She holds a piece of
uh-huh,
paper, she collects the smoke, and then she sets it down
some
and
people,
she reads what she sees. Yeah.
yeah, or the way something burns, they read that how something is burning.
Yeah,
The
the
wicks,
direction of the smoke,
uh-huh, yes,
and the way that the candle flicker is
yes,
is
yes,
leaning as well. Everything can be used as divination. We just have to
sure,
find which
yes,
ones work best for us. So,
exactly, exactly. But yeah, but thank you for letting me hop in.
well, we
I
have
know
one more question.
oh,
Well, I mean, I have my last card. So,
what was the
last
last
one
prompt?
was
There it is.
what treats are coming my way this season.
Signs. Signs.
Signs everywhere.
Yes.
There's signs.
So
Yep.
this is going to be a season of signs where we are going to questions or concerns
Mhm.
or hopes that you've been trying to put out there and manifest. You're going to start seeing the signs of the fruit of your labors, of what is going to mature, what is going to come your way, and and somebody's going to real soon. Somebody's going to get a sign from one of their loved ones who's passed.
Mm.
I see a White Owl cigar. I see a White Owl cigar, and I know that because I could still see the paper around the cigar, the little white paper, and it's burning. And that is a message to that person that this person, it's a man, I can't say obviously because women smoke cigars too, but
Mhm.
this person is letting you know that they are with you and they care about you, and that whenever you smell that cigar out of nowhere,
Mhm.
like all of a sudden in the room, you're going to smell the cigar. It's that they are there with you.
Wow, that's
They are
beautiful.
confirming that they are there with you.
I mean, I knew somebody that smoked a cigar, but not for very long, because they ended up quitting smoking. And I knew
Mhm.
somebody who loved owls. So
Mm,
interesting. I mean, that could be for a lot of us too. I love that. So hopefully that resonates with somebody
yeah,
as well,
yeah.
in chat. And my cards, I have what good stuff is coming. A decision is going to be made through the Two of Swords,
There you go.
and it's going to be like, okay, this
Yeah,
is going to be a game changer because you
yes.
got the Fool card, and the Fool, just you're going to have that leap of faith. You're going to feel inspired. You're going to have faith. You're going to have trust, and you are going to move forward, and not be afraid. So whatever
Mhm.
that choice, that decision that gets made, it's going to open up new pathways and new inspiration for you moving forward. Oh, and Irene says, I want to hear from Johanna. Her dad is a cigar salesman, so she had smoked cigars.
Okay.
I was just going through her stuff, lots of cigar boxes. So Johanna is Irene's daughter that she lost a few years ago, and so there's a connection. I love that. There's a connection with the cigars that way.
Mm,
You know, beautiful. Miss Taro D, you're on fire. Woo. So,
mm.
and before I end, or are you getting more messages?
No, oh, Johanna. So Johanna passed.
Yeah, 2 years in January.
um, but it it feels like it was a sudden illness, but it wasn't so sudden.
I can't remember. I'll let Irene answer that. If Irene, you want to share.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, she opened the door. Irene, you can't leave me hanging here. It almost
so
feels
I,
like it was something that just happened kind of abruptly, but yet there was almost a sense like this was going to happen. So I don't know. I don't know if it was an illness or some form of accident related to it, but
see what she shares. And Isadora said, "My friend gave me one of his cigar boxes that I keep little treasures in." That's
mm,
beautiful.
that's so cute. Yeah.
So,
All right.
Irene, would you be able to?
Yeah.
Because I know you shared before, but I can't remember. She goes, "Okay, that makes sense. She had an
Okay.
underlying heart condition and she had a sudden heart attack."
There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, Irene.
Sorry to that.
Because initially I thought it was a car accident, but that's somebody else. Now I know who I'm
Yeah.
thinking of because there's another chatter in our community that I see every now and then. Jesus, that
Well,
who lost a child to a car
mhm.
accident. Okay, come here. Say hi to Miss Taro D. Miss
So
Taro
the
D, say hi.
message is that I'm not getting an actual word message. I'm getting an impression, an energy. They, she is comfortable. She is at peace, and but there's something going on with you that you are lamenting, and Joanna
Mm-hmm.
wants to almost let you know to be at peace yourself. To you need to. There's something that you are holding on to that you should be letting go, and she's asking you to please let it go for your own goodness, because she's saying she doesn't want what happened to her to happen to you. I don't know if this makes sense to you.
Oh wow. And she said she was supposed to make it through that, but the doctor changed her meds, and she had another heart attack, and her brain exploded. Oh my God, Irene.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart. And she gets a lot of readings. Like tonight, she had one acknowledging,
Mhm.
her daughter. She's got to get out of the grief. She got the graveyard card, and it's like the question was, what are you hide? What do I hide for myself from others? And I'm like, you're hiding in your grief. You're
Mhm.
afraid to, be out there, and you're staying within your grief and your sadness. So, but I will say though, she has been sharing more. She's learning tarot now,
Right.
and
But, mhm,
she's yeah.
yeah. But there's something that's causing her stress. That's
Mm-hmm.
like, that,
Yeah.
the message for her is if she doesn't let go of this stress, it's going to impact her own heart. And maybe
Mm-hmm.
that's why Joanne is coming forward so strongly, because she's trying to avoid what happened to her to
Yeah.
happen to,
She
yeah.
says, I have heard she is doing great, but it seems to just be getting harder for me as time goes. And she is going through a lot of grief and stress right now because of people in her life with legal stuff and whatnot. So, yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Listen, just so you know, because many of you don't get to see me live or in person or you hear my voice. So I'm going to tell you right now, and please take today's message. I have so much love for all of you all of you that I chat with and talk to and chat every single day. And I want you to know that I send you such strong hugs and energy and love. And that when you're going through these moments of stress and despair, I want you to remember there's an ugly drag queen in New York who just cares about you.
She's
You
not
know,
ugly. She's
she
the most
might not
beautiful
be the
ever.
prettiest RuPaul drag queen, but damn it, she sure loves you. You know,
Yes,
so
and
please. Mhm.
Irene acknowledged that you are right. It's already affecting her heart.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she gets to go see a new doctor for after 7 years. So
Of
please
course I'm
take
right. I'm Miss Tara D. I'm always right. Don't you? Haven't you learned that, dear?
after 2 or 3 years, I should. And I, yes, and support groups are also there. She doesn't
Yeah.
have a support group. Irene
Oh,
is our friend up in Canada, so she's one of our Canadian
mm,
compadres.
listen.
So
I
yeah,
belong to an online support group, and they're people from all over the world, and it's so helpful. And I just get to share and hear from others. And then I've created my own support group. There's several members in the YouTube community who are also challenged with cancer. And we call each other and we support each other. I can say one person's name because she's very open about it. Her and I have done YouTube, but Deb the Purple Elephant,
right.
we are each other's cancer buddies. So yeah, so find a buddy, find a support group. It doesn't have to be an in-person one. There's many virtual ones that you can log on to
Yeah.
and really talk and share and allow others to be there for you, you know?
To hold that space for you, Irene.
Yes.
And she said, "You exude love, Miss Tarot D. I feel
Oh,
it and send it back." And
thank
that's
you.
what everybody else is saying too. Thank you, Miss Tarot D. I give you hugs back.
Yeah.
And Roman says, "What a true blessing. Love you back here,
Oh
Miss Tarot
God,
D."
Roman's here. If I knew he was here, I wouldn't have said a word.
he's
He's
he's been lurking. I
he's
invited him on, but he says he smells, so he can't join me. And,
oh
and
yeah,
someone
no,
said,
no,
"Well,
no,
it's
no,
not smell-o-vision."
no.
So, but
I'll
yeah.
be right back. I want to show you something new that I just got in the mail. I'll be
Ooh, show and tell. And I can do a show and tell too. I have a tree that's next to our building that is a magnolia tree, and I've never lived by a magnolia tree. And the smell was beautiful this summer. And so it started developing, this hard bud core on the outside, and we didn't think anything of it. And then all of a sudden, we started seeing these red things. Well, apparently, a magnolia tree's seeds are red and they fall out of the husk onto the ground to grow new magnolia trees. And I plucked a bunch of them from the tree, and they're these tiny little red seeds. They are waxy, they feel amazing, and I'm going to do something with divination with them. But I have like 49 of them. They
oh,
are the coolest things. So that's
yeah.
my show and tell.
Ooh, are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, a big. Oh, I love that. A big. Can we buy one?
Look
Are
at
they for
that.
sale? No.
Big fan. No, I ordered this on Amazon. You can personalize it. Isn't that cute?
Oh my God, she has her fan. Yep. I'm fangirling. That is
It
awesome. I
just
love
came in
that
the
picture.
mail. I was so happy.
That is a beautiful picture. I love that. Yes, everyone's like, "Ooh, so beautiful." Exactly. So now you've got your fan.
I
There
have
you go.
my biggest fan.
You can whip it out whenever you want. And Irene says, "I love it." Me too. So, well, thank you for sharing. That is beautiful. And I went around picking leaves and stuff again today too as well. So it is just so beautiful here during the fall season. I love it. And I got to walk after our knitting crochet group.
Uh-huh.
Lithia Park was, no, it's dark out. They had a few lamp lights, and I'm like, you know what? I know I'm protected. The Morgan's on one side with me, Archangel Michael's on the other. I want to walk through the park at night, smell the smells, hear the water, and see the moon over the pond that they have there. I walked through there, no bother, and enjoyed like 10, 15 minutes of bliss just listening to the creek and watching the moon through the trees and the
Mm,
smells of fall and of the fallen leaves and the decaying. But it was beautiful. So
beautiful. It
I
is.
had a beautiful night last night. Yep, Roman's right. Merch, merch.
Well, I mean, did you see his comment above? First her balls, then her decks. Is
Oh
there
my
anything
goodness.
left to
Oh,
explore?
is there anything else to explore? I don't know. Is there?
Oh my God.
I
All
love that.
right, my
That's
dears,
beautiful.
I'm going to let you all go. It
All
was
right. Well,
so
thank you
great
for
reading with all of
joining us.
you.
And I'm going to end the show as well. But before you go, you have a special show coming up with a very beautiful and special young lady.
Tomorrow night. Yes, please. Tomorrow night, Selena, Essence of the Moon, and I, we are doing our first live together. Can you imagine? We've never done a live together.
Well, you
And
play hard to get.
yeah, yeah, it is hard, but you
I know.
understand. I
Oh,
mean,
yes, we do. I'm just having fun with this
and
too.
the room knows Fridays is my treatment
Treatment
day.
day. Hmm.
Because I knew tonight I was going to be on another. I was Cool Crone's Corner, I think it's called. I just did a live earlier.
Colleen, the cool crone.
Colleen, and I knew I wanted to jump on, and it's so I
Thank you.
I told them not to give me some of the pain meds that they usually give me with my treatment, so that I can be alert for tonight. So I actually,
Oh,
so I am in a little bit of pain, but it was worth it because I got to be on live for a bit,
oh.
which
Well,
is
I appreciate you
joyous.
taking some of the time, and joining me on my channel. It's always a delight. It's always a pleasure. And I still have one more Queen's Chamber, the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups, and that's for Miss Parody whenever, she is ready. So,
We will get that done at some point.
yes.
Okay,
And yes, it was a great show. Thank you, everybody. Make sure to check out Selena and Miss Tarot D's show tomorrow
yes.
night on her channel. And are you simulcasting?
I think so. I think so. I
So,
think she's hosting, but I should be able to simulcast.
so
Yes.
you make sure you go to both channels, subscribe to
Yes.
Miss Tarot D. Let's get her
Yeah.
numbers up and support two of our most beautiful people in our
I
community.
am
So
manifesting 1,000 subscribers by New Year's Eve. So
there we
all
go.
the help that people can do, I'd appreciate it.
There we go. Let's make it happen.
Yes.
So everybody, thank you again. Thank you, Miss
Oh,
Tarot D,
thank
for
you.
joining me. And we will see you tomorrow night, everyone, in the chat for Miss Tarot D and Selena. So happy
Bye.
Halloween again. Blessed
Happy
Samhain.
Halloween.
Bye.